You think you're just tired, moody, or unmotivated. But what if the real reason you feel this heavy fog, this unexplained resistance, is because you're under spiritual attack and don't even realize it? One of the first hidden signs is emotional chaos without cause. Your spirit feels uneasy, anxious, or angry out of nowhere. And even when things seem calm around you, there's a storm raging in you. That's not just a bad day. That's a warning shot from the enemy. A targeted attempt to drain your discernment and derail your peace. Because the enemy knows that a distracted mind becomes a vulnerable soul. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Second, you start to feel isolated, even when surrounded by people. Suddenly, no one gets you. Even your closest friends seem distant. And you pull away from community, not realizing the enemy's strategy is to separate you from the body of Christ like a lion targeting the lone sheep. Hebrews chapter 10 verse 25 reminds you not to forsake gathering. But when you're under attack, the last thing you want is church, because darkness thrives in isolation. Third, your prayer life dries up, not because you stopped believing, but because something inside whispers, "What's the point?" That subtle spiritual numbness isn't laziness, it's warfare. The enemy would rather you scroll endlessly than speak one sentence to heaven. Because he knows one whispered prayer can shift the battlefield. James chapter 5 verse 16. Fourth, your old temptations begin to resurface. Things you thought you were free from suddenly call your name louder than before. And you're ashamed just for thinking about them. But listen, this is a setup. The enemy doesn't use new tricks, he recycles old chains. When lust, bitterness, or pride creep back in, especially when you're emotionally low, it's not coincidence, it's an ambush. Galatians chapter 5 verse 1 says you were set free to stay free. But freedom must be guarded. Fifth, and maybe most dangerously, your identity starts to blur. You question if you're really chosen, really anointed, really forgiven, as if the enemy is whispering, "Did God really say?" Just like he did in Genesis chapter 3. And if you don't recognize that whisper as a lie, you'll start living beneath your spiritual authority. You were never meant to blend in. And the devil knows it. So he attacks your sense of self until you forget you carry resurrection power inside you. Romans chapter 8 verse 11. If you felt any of these signs, don't shrug them off. You don't need a demon to show up in your room for it to be warfare. The devil works in subtlety, in silence, in slowly breaking your hunger for God and replacing it with distractions, confusion, and self-doubt. You can't defeat what you don't discern. And the longer you call these attacks normal, the more access the enemy gains. So stand up, get loud in your prayer, rebuke confusion, refuse isolation, reignite your worship, because no matter what the enemy's been doing in secret, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. 1 John chapter 4 verse 4. Wake up, chosen one. The war is real, but so is your authority.